Hello everyone, this will be the third problem for the chapter Profits and Gains of Business or Profession. Now this is a profit and loss account of a partnership firm. Then there are also several adjustments under this problem. Now we know that if you have to compute the business income, first of all you have to take the net profit. So here the net profit is 1,25,000. Then you have to add back all the inadmissible expenses. So if you look at the debit side of the profit and loss account, so the inadmissible expenses will be the income tax. Then we'll have depreciation and bad debt reserve. But now if you look at the adjustment one says that salaries include payment of salary to partner alpha and beta, rupees 24,000 and rupees 10,000 respectively. So from the total salary of rupees 40,000, it include payment of salary to alpha 24,000 and beta rupees 10,000. So this will be an inadmissible expenses. Then you move on to the next item, that is rent. Now look at the third adjustment. It says that rent includes rent paid to partner Gamma rupees 6,000. So it means that Gamma has given his building on rent to the business. So the business paid rent to Gamma. This will be an allowable expenses. Now again, if we move on to the next item, interest, and look at adjustment number 2, it says that interest accounts include payment made to partners on their capital at the rate of 10% per annum. So any interest on capital paid which does not exceed 12% per annum, it will be an allowable expenses. So this rate of interest on capital here, it's 10% per annum, so it's still under 12%, so it will be an allowable expenses. Now, if you look at adjustment number 4, it says traveling expenses of rupees 6,000 were spent on a tour to the UK by partner Gamma to canvas for business, which are included in general expenses. So since the traveling expenses is for business purpose, so it will be an allowable expenses. Then point number 5 says that legal charges include penalty paid for violation of custom rule, that is rupees 4,500, and partnership deed expenses of rupees 500. So any legal charges that is for penalty, it will be disallowed. And also the partnership deed expenses of rupees 500, which has been included in legal charges, this is a capital expenditure, so it will be disallowed. Then point number 6 says that then general charges include a purchase of furniture of rupees 3,000 and cash shortage of rupees 200. So it means that out of the total general expenses, okay, then there's a purchase of furniture of rupees 3,000, so this will be a capital expenditure, it will be disallowed. And also there's a cash shortage of rupees 200, so this is a capital loss, so this also will be disallowed out of the total general charges. Then point number 7 says that half of the conveyance expenses are related to private use of the partners. So since it is for the private use of partner, the half of the conveyance expenses will be disallowed. Then point number 8 says that new machinery of rupees 50,000 were installed during the year. Then the unit is engaged in the production of pesticides. So this, we know that this is a capital expenditure. So if you look at the profit and loss account, the purchase of machinery has not been included in the profit and loss account, so it will not be taken into consideration. Then let's move back to point number 9. It says allowable depreciation on all assets include new plant and machinery and furniture amount to rupees 35,500. So this will be an allowable depreciation which will be subtracted from the net profit. Then point number 10 says that Mr. Alpha is a working partner of the firm. So as per partnership agreement, he is entitled to salary as per above, and a copy of the deed was submitted to the assessing officer. So since Mr. Alpha is a working partner and he has been paid a salary of rupees 24,000. So since we know that Mr. Alpha is a working partner and the partnership agreement has been submitted to assessing officer, so it will be an allowable expenses under the act under section 40b. Then if you look at the last adjustment, it says that purchases from a firm were rupees 60,000 were paid by bearer check. So any expenses above rupees 10,000 which is paid in cash or by a bearer check will be disallowed. Let us look at the solution. It says computation of business income of the partnership firm assessed as firm. So first of all, you have to take the profit as shown in the profit and loss account, that is 1,25,000. Then you have to add back the inadmissible expenses, that is the income tax, depreciation, bad debt reserve. Then first of all, salary to partners beta, salaries to partners alpha. Then the legal charges regarding partnership deed being capital expenditure. Then the penalty which has been included in legal charges, that is for rupees 4,500. Then furniture purchase, which is a capital expenditure. Then cash shortage, which is a capital loss. Then the conveyance expenses, in which 50% of it has been used for personal expenses. Then the purchase made with bearer checks exceeding rupees 10,000. So after adding all these, you'll get 2,91,000 200. Then you have to less depreciation, which is calculated under the act, that is 35,500 from adjustment number 9. Then after deducting, you'll get 2,55,700. Then you have to less the allowable remuneration under section 40B, that is the remuneration for Mr. Alpha, who is a working partner, that is 24,000. So the business profit will be 2,31,700. So you can see from the note, it says that rent paid to a partner is an allowable expenditure of the firm. Here Gamma's building premises are used for the business of the firm. And says point number 2 says traveling expenses in connection with UK tour are allowed being in the interest of the business. Then point number 3 says that the penalty is disallowed. Then point number 4 says that payment of salary to non-working partners is not allowed. Then point number 5 says that interest on capital paid to partners is allowed if it does not exceed 12% per annum. Then salaries paid to working partners as per agreement is allowed under section 40B.